Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the A Plus Ambassador. We might as well call me the Investor Data Boy. So today I'll be going over a practice problem for piecewise functions. That was I think in test one. So now question one says sketch the graph. So I think I already taught you on sketching. So I'm going to put the table of values. So I've got your x, y. I think let's choose 5. Then here I'm going to put 0. Then we're going to have also when y is equal to 0. Then there we can put a -1. We can put a 1. Then we'll put -1, -2. So now here when y is equal to 0, okay, we can start first with values of x. When x is equal to 0, since y is equal to x squared minus 6, when x is 1, y is 5. Or when x is 1, y is 5. When x is 0, y is -6. When x is -1, y is still 5. When x is -2, y is when x is 1, y is -5. When x is -1, y is still -5. When x is 0, y is -6. When x is when x is what? When x is 2, when x is -2, that will have the +4, that's -2. And then when x is +2, we still have the same thing. Then when y is 0, we have our x squared being equal to 6. The square root, x is going to be equal to plus or minus the root of 6. The root of 9 is 3. The root of 4 is 2. So the root of 6 is between 2 and 3 actually. So this one will be our when x was 0. So we can put that here, plus or minus root of 6. Yeah. So now when x was 0, and half, this is our function. When these are where x is 0, that's the x-intercept. Then when y is 0, that's our y-intercept. So then for the other one, x, y, I think for this one you can choose even 3. Yeah, that's fine. So we have our 0, -1, then 1. When x is 0, y is 10. When x is -1, y will be 9, because when x is -1, y will be 11, because this negative here will turn into a positive. So when x is 1, since y is equal to y, which is g of x, which is equal to y, is equal to 10 minus x. So when 10 is -1, this one is 11. When 10 is 1, this one will be 9. So then graphing it, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you have values of, yeah, we actually have values of that are more than that, so we can put our 10 there. So, or let's put our 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember, this is actually a rough sketch. So now when we have, let's graph I think this one first, since it's easier. So x, when x is -1, y is 11. Wow, so y is somewhere there. When x is 0, y is 10. When x is 1, y is -9. So we have it's coming something like that, where -9 will be somewhere there. So it will be coming something like that. So now we're being told this is for values of x greater than or equal to 0. So it's starting at 0, then going to values of x that are great. So now we're going to start here, and then since it's greater than or equal to, we're going to put our dot, then it's going to actually go down, then we'll put our arrow. Then for this one, now you can start graphing. So we've got 0, -6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's -6. So this is our first point. Then this one is for values of x this one is for values of x that are less than 0. Values of x less than 0. So now we are going to have our that's 1 comma, so I've got 0 comma negative 6, then we've got 1 comma negative 5, 1 comma negative 5, then we've got our 1 comma 5, then we've got our negative 1 comma negative 5, negative 2, so our negative 2 is somewhere there, it's comma negative 2. So we've seen that our function is actually coming something like this, and it's a quadratic function, so this actually makes sense. So now we're being told it's for values of x less than 0. So it's starting here, then we're going to put our opening, then it will go that side. So now that's how we graph this. Then so then for the second part of the question, it says find the values of a. Let me see. Says find the values of a such that g of a is equal to 43. So then we're going to try to say g of x is equal to, we have our g of x there, the g of x, we have this one and that one. So we're going to try to say, we're going to, g of x is this one, and then it's also equal to 10 minus x. So we're going to let this one equal to any of these, then our x value, that's our a, because we're being told to find the values of a. So now we're going to have 43 is equal to x squared minus 6. When you take this one, that side is going to be, it's going to be 9, so this will be 49 is equal to x squared square root. So x is going to be equal to plus or minus 7. But then for this function, it's for the values of x that are greater than 0. For the values of x that are greater than 0. So this one is less than 0. Negative 7 is less than 0. Positive 7 is greater than 0. Then this one is for the values of x such that x is less than, sorry. So then our x here, we are just going to be interested in the negative 7. So this is our first a value. Then for the second one, and this one actually holds. Then for the second one, we're going to have g of we're going to have 43, the same 43, sorry, 43 being equal to 10 minus x. When the 10 goes the other side, we're going to have the 43 minus 10 being equal to negative x. This one will be equal to 33 is equal to negative x divided by negative 1. Then your x is going to be equal to negative 33. So now for this one, we are being told it's for the values of x that are greater than or equal to 0. But then this one, it's not equal to 0 and it's not greater than 0, it's less than 0. So its x value doesn't hold. So now you can conclude to say a is equal to the value of x that holds, which is equal to negative 7. So the value of a is equal to negative 7. So it's been told to say find value of value. So sometimes it can be more than 2, sometimes it can just be 2.